Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. What was I thinking? 2 thermalcouples back to back, brand new in the box, would fail? Ow. You're not gonna believe this.
Now we gotta take that out. So the pilot is out, right? And the gas is still going out of this thing.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Monday morning, November 11th, 2024. 7:45 here in the great state of New York. Veterans Day in the United States. We pay tribute and honor to our United States military veterans, the great people who represent and serve in our armed forces. Thank you, guys and gals, much appreciated. So you're gonna notice that we have a quite dramatic difference in vehicular traffic on the roads. It's gonna be epic. We're going up to the Van Wyck, right near the Grand Central. We've got a service call in Jamaica. We have an existing maintenance agreement client, residential. We're gonna do some maintenance on their heating system, and he also wants us to flush his water heater and change the anode rods. Got a plane landing right there, little Delta. Love Delta, by the way. Love Delta. I wish they would make me a Delta 360 though, but maybe one day. All right, guys, let's head to the service call. Since a lot of you guys are not gonna believe this, I'm recording it. Getting onto the Van Wyck from the Nassau Expressway, Belt Parkway interchange. We're gonna head north on the Van Wyck. You guys who live in the area, travel the area, know that this area has been under construction for as long as I've been alive, which is, yep, in the 40s of years. And you're gonna see something quite remarkable right now. You're gonna see flowing vehicular traffic. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's crazy is watching the construction, endless construction occur here in the Van Wyck. You know, they keep making it wider. They keep doing more bridges and the monorail and all this stuff, right? And there's still a gazillion cars on the road. That is not gonna go away. It's only gonna get worse. Talk about eminent domain, and it's like took everything there. Crazy. So we if this was a normal work day, a normal business day, this would have been backed up to where I first started filming. Crazy, right? Pretty crazy. The Van Wyck. VAN, capital WYCK, Van Wyck Expressway. You know, he was teasing school. All right, I got my new sticker, my new business card in case you need a forklift, and my new business card. So I got my new card and my new sticker.
Beautiful.
And in case you need someone who know anyone who needs a forklift, I sell the world's most compact narrow aisle forklift for under 10K.
Forklift?
Yes. Yeah, it's like, what the hell is a Mikey Pipes dealing with forklifts?
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
You gotta check out the YouTube channel for it. I got this little baby forklift. The thing's awesome. It's like a little Power Wheels thing. So we're here to do maintenance on your system.
Yes,
and then
sir.
you also wanted me to change the anode rod on your water heater.
Yes, sir.
When was the last time the anode rod was changed on this water heater?
I do not know. We've owned this house for a little over 2 years.
Okay.
Based on the maintenance that's been done around the house that I know of, I don't believe it's ever been serviced.
How's the water pressure in your house? Or volume, should I say, when you open multiple faucets? Because you have all brass piping in this house. this is all brass.
Okay.
And over time, you'll have buildup on the inside of the piping. And, oh, you use Surgex. Very smart. You have more for me to put in, or?
I do not.
Okay. Did that come with the house?
So, yes. Those are leftovers, yes.
Let's make sure there's no... Ooh. I'm probably going to do you a favor and not take your money for the anode rod and tell you should replace the water heater. It's from 2005, and there's rust on the inside bottom of it. Yeah. And there's a little bit of discharge coming from the relief valve. It's a little moist in there.
Right.
Yeah. Replacing the water heater would be to your benefit, especially since you have an occupied basement.
Yeah, I had asked you about for a price quote to replace it, and then I kind of waffled on it and haven't made a decision.
All right, so we got this Burnham. It's a big Burnham, and not so big of a house. And 6, incredible. We have a house with about 8 radiators in it, and we have a grossly oversized boiler. Let's quickly go over the components. We have the pressure troll. This regulates steam pressure attached to a pigtail. The pigtail's purpose is to protect the pressure troll from the latent heat. Pressure gauge, sight glass with water level right there. Low water cutoff, and the sight glass valves, the upper and the lower. The lower has a little drain at the bottom. Service switch. On the other side, we have an automatic water feeder, which does not have a bypass configuration here. So in order to add water to this boiler, you gotta hold down that button. We have a relief valve here, which is in the wrong orientation. That should be vertical. And then with a nipple and then an elbow pointing down. That should be 15 PSI. Let's check that. Let's see. Yep, perfect. And we have a drain to drain the water from the bottom of the boiler, which you'll do on a monthly basis during the winter. All right, turn the power off. I got the front plate of the pressure troll off. I'm gonna use a Phillips screwdriver to remove, that's the flat, the 2 wires going to the 2 terminals on the pressure troll. And we're gonna pull the pressure troll, and we're gonna make sure that the pigtail right there is clear. If it's clogged, the pressure troll will never know what the pressure is, and the boiler could have a high pressure condition, which is not good, and it's very wasteful. Go gadget. Left hand strength. Okay. You want to carefully remove this. And also, in case there's pressure on there, you want to cover the top of the low water cutoff. You get water on there, you'll short it out, and it'll be done. Okay. Very good. We're going to check in there, make sure that's clear as well. And we're going to blow on that. Nope, she's clogged. Let's take this pigtail off. Okay, let's try blowing through it again. Maybe with a laundry sink we can clean this out. Up in the pigtail. All right, I have a new pigtail with a coupling and a nipple Do not want to come here on a Sunday morning and a month and a half from now for a maintenance agreement customer because there's no heat or the relief valve is discharging steam. Not cool. So there's a new pressure troll pigtail. We'll wire this back together and then drain and then check our burners. All right, so the pressure troll is back in place. Made an adjustment to the differential around 1. And we're gonna make sure that the low water cutoff is functional. Let's turn on the boiler switch and let's drain some water from the system. Oh, you know, if I can't get a bucket in here, then he can't get a bucket in there either.
Oh, shit.
Are you kidding me? Chinese water torture? Wow. All right, we're gonna have to make this better for you. How hot is the boiler? Yeah, it's pretty hot. I don't want a repeat of what I did a couple weeks ago, but all right. If I take this nipple out with this elbow and this valve, I could put a short or a close shoulder or a close nipple there, a 90, and maybe a 6-inch nipple, and that may fit in a 5-gallon bucket with a new drain. This is all clogged. This is no good. All right, let's see what we can do in here. I gotta get this out. Oh yeah, all the cocky's gonna come out of here. All right, let's be a little smart about this. We need to be a little smart about this. All right, let's put down a rag there, and let's see if I can get this in there like that. Yep. All right, here we go. Let's turn off the boiler feed valve, ball valve. Yeah, we're gonna change this. Get ready to dump the bucket. We're gonna make this more service friendly for the homeowner. Okay, let's go dump the bucket. So a regular 5-gallon bucket moving forward will be fine. I'm gonna change this nipple and that elbow and make it a little better, easier for you. All right, so while we're draining, our automatic feed is trying to fill because the low water cutoff, red light is on, senses that low water condition. So we tested the low water cutoff, automatic feed, and we're gonna redo his drain and remind him that he needs to drain it once a month or flush out some water out of the bottom of the boiler, testing the low water cutoff to make sure it's working. So, Mr. Joe homeowner, once a month, you need to take some water out of this boiler during the heating season. There are a few reasons for this. The biggest reason is you're testing the low water cutoff. If the low water cutoff fails and does not sense a low water condition when there is not enough water for the boiler to run, you will end up replacing your boiler shortly thereafter because the boiler will run empty. Okay? But number two, one of the primary reasons for doing this is to keep the water in the boiler clean. Okay? Pop quiz. You ready? What temperature does water boil at in Fahrenheit, sorry.
Fahrenheit 212.
Winner. Excellent. You get the next one right, you win a prize. Right? So water boils at 212 degrees. That's a given. Dirty water, do you think it boils at 212 degrees?
Probably would take more.
Exactly.
At a higher temperature.
Exactly. So that, you know what that means for you?
The boiler's working harder.
Keep going.
Spending more money.
Ah, there you go. That's the winner. That's the second answer I was looking for. So there actually is a considerable amount of energy needed to take water, which is 212 degrees in a liquid form, to put into a vapor form, which is boiling water, steam, right? Considerable amount of energy. Not the same amount from 211 to 212, but a lot more energy. Something like, I think, 400 times more energy is needed to get to that next level, to change the state of the H2O. Dirty water, right, will not boil at 212 degrees. Yeah, it may get up there, some of it may boil, but you're not going to have a nice, clean boiler or heating system, and it's going to cost you a lot of money as well. So the number one reason, financially, not only do you want to not replace a boiler that's not needed, but you're going to save money in your gas bill by keeping the water clean. All right, so just about done drained out. Let's open this and let's try to just flush some water through there. And we're going to take a Watts 3/4 inch boiler drain, quarter turn handle to replace what was in there. Bucket fits in there. We just got to like scooch it in there a little bit. All right. Let's just empty the other bucket. And let's just pop this open. Excellent. All right, while we're waiting for the boiler to fill back up, we're gonna take off the front cover of the combustion chamber. And we're gonna take a look at one of the burners. We're gonna make sure we put this to pilot. Okay. God forbid someone turns on the switch. Wow, they look actually very, very clean. Very, very clean. Let's randomly pull one out. Maybe spoke too soon. Let's pull these burners out. We're going to leave that one alone. It's got the pilot, and chances are that won't relight. Anybody got a lot of buildup on there. Now we got to take that out. So the pilot is out, right? And the gas is still going out of this thing. It thinks that the flame is still on. Let's see. Let's pull out the thermalcouple. There you go. There's that little click. Yeah, get this out of there as well. Oh yeah, look how fat she is. All right, this is why we do annual maintenance on your heating system. Thermalcouple number 1, number 2. My pilot is not staying on now. Look at that. It goes out. Well, we knew the valve was staying open in the pilot for way too long, but didn't think it would be dead today. This sucks. This really sucks. All right, new Honeywell dual valve standing pilot, the VR 8200. It sucks. I went two thermalcouples, but now let's see what happens. There it is. Pilot stays on. That really sucks. But it's better than coming here on a cold Sunday morning when there's no heat and there's a blizzard outside on a 20-plus-year-old boiler. February 2004. Just wish they put in a smaller size boiler. All right, let's put this to on. All the burners are back on. The boiler switch is back on. We're gonna start up our combustion analyzer and do a combustion analysis, and then spray everything down, make it look nice and pretty. All right, there's the probe for the combustion analyzer on the inside top of the boiler. Here's our results. Looking pretty good. Let's clipboard that. Let's pull our probe out. And let's test for draft. Go back to draft. Let that zero out from 11 seconds. Put that back in there and then test for draft. All right, there's a draft measurement. We're gonna clipboard that as well. Print the results. All right, combustion results are done. Service tag. Valve tag on the boiler water supply for water heater, gas for water heater, gas for boiler, and main water valve. 5 important valves that every homeowner needs to know where they are, what they do, and how they operate. Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed and found this video educational on a residential service call for a Burnham gas-fired steam boiler and expecting the unexpected. Crazy, gas valve stayed on for pilot, even though there was no pilot flame for about a good 2 minutes. And then, of course, the pilot wouldn't stay relit. You gotta sometimes be prepared to explain to the homeowner that, listen, I'm here to do a tune-up. I'm here to leave no stone unturned and dig to find any problems that can cause your heat to go out during the heating season. Thank you again so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you would be so kind to subscribe if you haven't done so already to the channel. It's the best way to support my company and myself by hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to get post notifications, hit that notification bell. I tend to drop a video on this channel on a daily basis, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And remember, if you live in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, my company, Pipe Doctor Home Services, would love to help you. 516-348-6300, or save time. Book online at pipedoc.net. Thanks again, guys. Catch you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.